Like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Hey, we're going to be talking some Bears, some Sky, and I'm pointing talking about them sorry ass baseball teams. No Blackhawks to really talk about. And we'll talk a little bit of the Bulls. That and more on the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Hey, Commish, hit it.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
Watch these summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso both been there on the corner like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Chicago Clubhouse podcast. As our boy Rick Party say, but we think we know everything, but we really don't know shit. Like I said earlier today, we're going to be talking a little Bears talk. Won't be a long podcast because, unfortunately, these are the dog days of the sports world. It's really not too much to talk about. Both of our baseball teams ain't looking too hot. Last time I checked, I believe both of them in last place in their divisions. Sox have the worst record in the major leagues. They keep going at the pace that they're going. I believe they're going to set a major league record for probably the worst team ever. And Blackhawks, not really much to talk about there. We will be talking about a little bit about the Chicago Sky, who happen to be in games, but right now they really don't know how to win. This is Therese Weatherspoon's first year coaching for the Chicago Sky. They haven't developed that Chicago grit, that Chicago fire, that Chicago competitiveness yet. They've been in some games, but can't seem to close them out. Don't know how to win. I guess that will come with time and with continuity. So hopefully they'll get those things together. They're going to done some good things. We're going to talk about the Bulls. I know the NBA draft is coming up. They're supposed to have a couple potential draft prospects come in and work out. I guess there'll be some more on the way. I guess we'll talk about potential guys that they can potentially have come in and maybe draft. Right now, my confidence level in AK, Mark Eversley, and right now he's proven to be one of the worst owners in sports. Jerry Reisendorf, because how you fucking up two franchises. I mean, damn, you own the White Sox and the Bulls, and you both of them are shitty right now. How you messing up two franchises? You just show the city of Chicago that you really don't care about the city of Chicago. All you really care about is your money, pretty much. And we know the Sox don't really bring in money like that, but the fucking Bulls do, because every year they're like number one as far as attendance. And you keep hiring people that seem like they don't know what it is that they're doing in the front office. First you hire John Paxson, who shouldn't have had the job in the first place. Let's be honest, it should have been B.J. Armstrong. He didn't. John Paxson didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Then you had a guy go along with him in Guard Foreman who also didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Then you hired AK, who came with, I should say, he was talked about a lot. Supposedly supposed to have been the guy that helped, draft a lot of those guys over there in Denver who were the world champions just 2 years ago. Drafted a lot of those guys, scouted a lot of those guys. And when you come here in Chicago and you look, he really hasn't drafted shit here. He's traded away a lot of picks, signed some guys, tried to keep the band going, hired Billy Donovan, and somehow, some way gave a coach that hasn't won shit here a fucking extension. It's like you hiring a motherfucker to continue to lose. Then on top of it, y'all just hired his son. I don't know. So it's not looking too good for us. I really don't know what to say. Somebody said it earlier. Is this probably the worst time to be a Chicago sports fan? Has this been the worst it's been in Chicago sports history? It's damn sure up there, if not the worst time it's been in Chicago sports history ever. So with that, that's my monologue. I hope I've gone and given, saying the guys enough time to get themselves, let them share the podcast with everyone. So without further ado, our boy's back to Grogu. He's been off the last couple weeks, so he's back. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring in the rest of the Dream Team. First of all, I want to bring in the man that has all the stats from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. I hope he's back there because I don't know. Only the producer knows. But we're going to bring him in anyway, JB. Hey, shit, man. Hey, I'm out here blind, man.
Hey, you have your crystal ball.
Man, I am a crystal ball with me, so I ain't know if you was in the back or not. I'm over here rolling the dice, hoping you was back there.
Yeah, I was back there, just doing the sharing and listening. Very good monologue, by the way, brother. Very good.
Thank you.
Hey, Mom. I want to piggyback on something you said, though. And this might not set well with everybody that watches the show and is just a fan of us. But I feel that this is the worst time to be a Chicago sports fan because the only thing we have to look forward to save the city lies on the arm of a rookie. Because we kind of, and I'm not saying it was an apples to apples comparison with Connor Bedard. As special as he is, we knew they didn't have no enough. Mm-hmm. We knew that he was just going to try to be an all-star and be just good enough to say he's the future, but the kid needs some help. You mentioned our baseball teams. It's like whether you're a Cubs fan or a Sox fan, hell, they both suck. So even if we wanted to root for the Cubs just to be like, hey, Chicago winning something, we can't even do that. And what's bothering me the most, and I think you hit the nail on the head, Jerry Reinsdorf not caring about the mystique of winning in Chicago, but he cared about that bottom line. What are we going to the games for? The Bulls are selling out for what? To be a playing team? We said we're going to spend all this money, $12 pops, $15 beers, $20 popcorns, to go see an inferior product, a losing product that we know ain't going to get out the first round if they do win the play-in. What are we doing? Like, we just need to really just stop going to Chicago sports. I know people always say, well, I got to be outside. You know what? I'll stick with the cabin fever instead of going to support this inferior product.
Wow.
Anybody we get worth get? Oh, Willie Mays. Oh, for real?
Wow.
Damn.
Rest in peace to the great Willie Mays.
Willie Mays. Man.
Wow.
Hey, a lot of that. Larry Allen last week. Jerry West. Now, hey, something going on.
Yeah.
Man.
Losing a lot of great ones. Man.
But I just feel, and I feel you, Fal, because, you know, I've known you for forever, and our passion for Chicago runs true and deep. And we're better than this, man. We the second city. We're chartered in a what? We an original six, original NFL team. Like, we one of the founding baseball teams. Like, we been around a long time, and this is what you give us. And this is not me saying, let me renounce my fandom. This is me saying, hey, let's stand up and do like the Cubs did with Rick. It's like, hey, if you don't get Theo in here and get us some wins, we ain't coming to the game. I bet you his tune changed when he look around and he ain't selling no beer, no hot dogs, and no press box seats.
I mean, that's the thing. Well, when you kind of think about it, when you look at the White Sox are really not a team that, out of all the Chicago sports teams, they don't really sell out unless the team is winning. So they
well.
really do.
But they got to be doing really well.
Yeah, they really do stick to that motto. Like, the team has to be winning for them to actually shell out the money to come see the team. You know, the Bulls, the Bears. You know, hell, I think the Blackhawks, the Cubs. You know, people gonna come see them no matter what, whether they're losing. You know what I'm saying? Or they're winning. People are just going to come see them. But, you know, with the White Sox, it's totally different. And Jerry Reisendorf right now, he's showing that he's one of the worst owners in sports. Just like when the show comes on, I sit up there and I said, I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago. And, you know, unfortunately, if you had to do a poll and they said which city has the worst fucking owners in sports, Chicago probably be right up there, because you look at them. I mean,
well, we got 3 of them. 2 of them just happen to be by the same person.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you look at it. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's bring in another member of the Dream Team. He's a tank, but you all know him as Frank. Frank. The tank.
Yeah, I piggyback. That was a very good monologue, but at the same time, a very depressing one. Like, my God, man, it really is some shit, man. And yeah, we're all just so beyond looking forward to Bears season right now. And I mean, we look at that roster and we're just like, all right. But then we just pray to the heavens that our rookie, Bear Claw quarterback over here is going to be anywhere near of what everybody expects him to be. And that's damn.
Yeah. So like I said earlier,
that's a lot of pressure.
It is.
It's a lot of pressure. And it's like, we're going to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to be a long podcast. Unfortunately, these are the dog days of the sports world right now. And particularly in Chicago sports, especially with our teams not doing too good. Like I said, this may be one of the worst spells in Chicago sports history, with majority of our teams doing bad. Fucking terrible. Both our teams in the cellar in their divisions in baseball. Bears not playing yet. You know, this is basically the off season for them. Blackhawks done off season for them. Chicago Sky not looking too good right now. We'll talk about them a little bit later. And yeah, so this is what we're regulated to. So first off, let's talk about we can get on something. Let's talk about the Bulls. All right. We know that the NBA draft is coming up soon. Are there any expectations? What do you think they're going to do this offseason? I know The Celtics just won the NBA championship last night. Congratulations to them.
Yep, congratulations.
Tied with the Lakers now, 18 championships.
Oh, I thought they passed the Lakers.
They did. They were
Lakers had
both
17.
tied at 17.
Oh, okay. So now they
Like
passed the
you say,
Lakers. Okay, so now they took over. 18 championships for the Boston Celtics. Congratulations to them. Now comes free agency and the draft. So, what are you expecting? Are you expecting the Bulls to run it back again? Are they going to sit up there and re-sign DeMar DeRozan? I hear he wants $40 million. They possibly $40 million for $40 million a year for 2 years. 2 years, $80 million. Are you going with that? Are you willing to let him hit free agency, or do you want to do a sign and trade with someone? And who would you like for these guys to get?
For starters, from what I heard, DeMar does not want $40 million. He's just up to get $40 million. All right, he'd rather have a team around him than make $40 million. That guy's already gotten paid big twice, so he wants to win. And if he takes $40 million here, guess what? We ain't winning.
Oh fuck!
We ain't winning shit. So I'm hoping he's going to take maybe $30 million, which is still kind of a limit for what is he? 35.
He'll be 30. He'll be 35 starting in July or something like that.
Yeah, but it's just like we all say, our normal Chicago ownership, they're just gonna do it another year. Probably draft another fucking guard too.
But here, they changed from Isaiah Collier. They're interested in a guy by the name of Ronald Holland. Producer, check that out for me. We'll get back. No, he's a wing. He's in the G League. Like, he's not. And I'm not even saying the kid is bad or good, but like, I at least like to see the kid play college ball to, get a little, but that's another story. But the thing that's going to piss me off with that is you're not having DeMar, having Vooch, and having Zach has not done anything. What you're hoping, in my opinion, is because Lonzo's supposedly coming back, you're going to try to make your big three, Lonzo, DeMar, and Vooch, and you're dangling, right? You're dangling Levine to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a high price tag too, and some of these teams can't afford these cats. So now, in my perfect world, you find a way to trade, and I am a Zach fan, but you find a way to trade Zach and get something for him. And then you try to get Klay Thompson to come in here and play a role. Because you only need Klay to do one thing.
Klay Thompson.
You just need him to catch, shoot, and play a little defense. And he's not going to be asking for $30 million either.
I can't. The reason why I say that is because Klay ain't got it.
But he fits what we need.
And what is that?
A two-way player who could hit you three.
Guy.
A two-way player
need
who
the
could
ball.
hit three.
Yeah, but
well, they say it takes really 2 good years to come back from that Achilles injury. And mind you, he had an ACL, then had an Achilles right back. We're just now at the 2-year mark. So he ain't
going to be there for a full season. I can guarantee you that. Like, he's going to have to be managed.
But the thing about it is that, all right, so I see what you're saying with Zach. But you get rid of Zach, you're going to lost some of your athleticism. You're going to took away a guy that can shoot the ball. You're going to took away a guy
score 50. They can score 50.
Yeah, you're going to took away one of your ball handlers, a guy that can sit up there that can create his own shot. Because even though I like Klay ain't that. Klay
can't do that.
Yeah, Klay can't create his own shot.
He never was. He was a pick and pop. Like, if Lonzo Ball comes back healthy, Klay will be a very nice option for us. There's no question.
He would. But again, the reason why I say that is because I just do. Now, in a perfect world, would I want to get rid of Zach? Absolutely not. I just feel that AK is going to do what he do. He going to do something stupid. And next thing you know, Marcus Smart going to be here or somebody.
Yeah. But my thing is, like, with a guy like Klay Thompson, basically what you're saying is you want a 3-and-D guy. Shit, you can get one of those 3-and-D guys, for way cheaper than you'll get Klay Thompson.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think part of the reason with him and Golden State, I don't think he's going to get the $30 million. I don't.
I mean, he's not gonna probably.
He's not going to get that.
He'll probably get it for somebody else, but shit, I wouldn't want to pay him $30 million.
No,
either.
I don't think I would either. Yeah. Too much of a gamble. We already have that gamble in Lonzo.
And that's why I said I don't think they would do it. But I said in a perfect world, that's the type of player that would fit what the Bulls need to do moving forward. Because I'm sorry, Zach and DeMar just don't get they don't get it.
Not without a healthy Lonzo, they've never been.
But even when they had a healthy Lonzo, they both averaged 23 points a game. Like,
yeah, but they shared the ball well because Lonzo used them very well. They weren't ball dominant when Lonzo was on the court. They were a lot more coming off screen, pick and pop type, driving the basket type roles. And right now, if you're putting Zach and DeMar on the court together, it's just like, all right, it's your turn. Go ahead, post up. Oh, wait, now it's your turn. Go ahead, post up. That's all they fucking did. It was embarrassing.
So I would look at what we just watched in the finals. One of them needs to be Jason Tatum. One of them needs to be Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, well, the thing
none of them play defense like them, though.
The thing about it is that the thing I don't like about it is that for the simple fact, at the end of the day, their coach is still Billy Donovan.
And that's why Zach won't
the Chicago Bulls team happens to be one of the dumbest teams in the NBA. I'm just gonna be honest.
Toast to that, brother.
Yeah,
toast to that.
I've seen them 1,001 times. It's simple when you see a player where he always doing some dumb shit, making a stupid turnover, missing a dumbass assignment, always doing something dumb. But when you constantly see the whole team doing that as a whole, it's coaching. Mm-hmm. Billy Donovan is not a good coach. He has a terrible record here in Chicago. And they had the nerve to sit up there and to extend him.
Wait, and you said they hired his son for the G League team. And
then they hired his son, which means
they fired Henry Domerkrant.
Really, that's not saying your job
from
is
Eastern Illinois and hired this guy.
Yeah, that's saying your job is safe right there.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not feeling it. I think Alonzo. Well, first of all, we don't know what Alonzo is going to be when he's coming back. Yeah, we've seen videos of him dunking. Yeah, that's cool. Let me see videos of him playing defense, him cutting, him orchestrating the offense. Let me see
video of him icing after.
Yeah, let me see videos of that. As far as with the draft, I don't want to see another fucking small forward, shooting guard, or point guard drafted. I want to see them draft the guy from Indiana. What's his name? Kelly Ware, whatever his name is. I want to see them draft him.
Oh, okay.
I much rather them draft him.
He's a power forward, isn't he?
He's 7 foot. He's got the longest wingspan. He can shoot the three. He can put the ball on the floor a little bit. He's got good athleticism.
He reminds you of
people are comparing him to kind of like a Miles Turner type player.
More of a Mobley.
Okay, I'll take that too.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you need some height. You need some athleticism. You need a guy that can block some shots. You don't have that. There's already talk about that DeAndre Drummond. What's his name? Yeah, Drummond is he's going to test free agency. He's not coming back because hell,
he wants to win.
He wants to win, and Billy Donovan wasn't playing him like that.
Not just wants to win, he want to play too.
Too. Consistently.
Every time Drummond played, he did pretty well. But the name escapes me right now. We had drafted a kid, I want to say a kid from UConn, right? Mm-hmm. Last year, it was kind of like in that Ben Wallace mode, and then we just didn't see him no more. He should have been he should have been our power forward, like our Ben Wallace, Charles Oakley type player.
But they had drafted a kid from overseas like about 2 or 3 years ago, and they kept putting him in a G League and saying, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be the next coming, or he's gonna be a guy that was gonna learn behind Vooch," and nothing came out of that either. To me, AK is over his fucking head. He has no fucking idea what he's doing. Mark Eversley looks like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Looks like he's nothing but a crony. Because tell you the truth, I don't even hear nothing from him. So
he's just got a position.
Yeah,
he doesn't have.
It's a free job for him.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, I have no faith in this front office. Ben lost shit in Jerry Reisendorf. I mean, let's be honest. outside of them getting lucky on Michael Jordan and Michael Jordan developing and becoming into the greatest fucking player to ever play the fucking game, the Chicago Bulls fucking history as far as basketball is shit.
Other than Derrick
outside
Rose,
of them having a 1% chance of landing Derrick Rose,
yeah, which was
luck as well. That Jerry Reisendorf has shown that he's a fucking incompetent ass owner, and everybody that he hires, as far as when it comes down to the front office, is about as incompetent as his ass is. So,
and if I'm not mistaken, Foul, because we did debate this a little bit, not player for player. But wasn't Reisdorf's son or somebody in there? Didn't they want Michael Beasley instead of Derrick at first? And then Gar Pax was like, "No, we got to take Derrick."
Somebody did say they wanted Michael Beasley.
Yeah,
somebody did. Yeah, I do remember somebody saying that. And Beasley, what did he have? Like, he had a solid rookie year, didn't he? But other than that, it was just...
Beasley was a hell of a player. He just couldn't get his head straight.
No, he was messed up.
Smoked too much weed.
Well, let me bring this name up for you, because I mean, I didn't really follow college basketball too much, but the Purdue center, 7'4", 7'4". I'd love some freaking size, and I don't care if you move Vooch to the 4. And if that's going to be the case, move Vooch to the 4.
You'll have the slowest fucking front court.
The slowest front court.
Yeah, that Purdue guy needs to get his ass in shape. That's for sure, because that was just a big, but he was a...
No, I mean, the thing is he's not out of shape.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
He's just huge, and he's fucking slow getting down the court. You know,
you always worry about injuries when you get a guy that big, 300 pounds. Big.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, he's 7 foot, 3'4",
7'4", 300 pounds.
I mean, he's a good player, but at the same time, I'd much rather have Ware. You know, you got a guy that you can sit up there that can run the floor. He can grab rebounds. He can shoot the 3. He can put the ball on the floor. He can block the shots. He can grab the rebounds. You know, he can do those type of things. You need that, because I'm tired of seeing 6'5" Derrick Jones Jr., 6'3" fucking what's his name? Javonte Green. A 6'7" Patrick Williams. Who else you want to put at the fucking 4? Anybody you name them. Some undersized guy sitting up there putting them at the 4 next to Vooch, that you know Vooch's deficiencies are playing defense, blocking shots, those type of things. And you just don't give him no help at all and sitting up there expecting him to just do it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So...
Yeah, and if I from what I've read, from what I remember from mock drafts, that Ware is supposed to be a late rounder too. He's supposed to go like closer to 20. I thought I saw the Lakers were really interested in.
Well, the thing is, they're questioning his motor.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're going to question his motor, then you're definitely going to question the new guy's motor.
That's never good to have that question. But like I said, if the kid is like a Mobley or like a Jaren Jackson Jr., perhaps, I would have to give him a look, because that's kind of like what you're going up against in the East now. So it's almost like you got to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, right? But again, I look at what Billy Donovan does at the center position, which in my opinion is why Vooch numbers continually goes down, because he never really has been center dominant, you know. That's just not what Billy Donovan does. He doesn't need a center. He needs Steven Adams. That's who he needs.
Which we kind of did in Drummond, and he never played him.
But
like Drummond is the caliber player that would probably be fit somewhat well for Billy Donovan, and he never played. But when he did, he played well.
He played well, but here we go again. That, like Fowl said, that goes to coaching. If you see that he is in there killing, why aren't you playing him? Let him play. Like, what are we doing? But that's not what he does. And that's why I'm saying he's just a horrible coach. Like, there's no other way to, like, we can sugarcoat it, try to say, oh, well, he's our coach, or give him a chance, blah, blah, blah. He's trash. Like, he's just trash.
But we gave him an extension.
Yeah.
Which I don't get, because I don't see like how we bring up
hell, I'll take a Zach Randolph type if we could get him.
I would, absolutely.
Give me
when we're talking about DeRozan and Levine not fitting together, Arturis and Donovan don't fit together. Like, I mean, they're two completely different style coaches too. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Just trying everything different, hoping to freaking catch on something.
What happens to Vooch? I mean, that's a good question. I
don't mind pulling Vooch into the 4. I really don't.
I mean, Vooch can play the thing is this: Vooch can play the 5 if you have a legitimate, tall, athletic 4 next to him. There's nothing wrong with him playing the 5, but you got to have that guy next to him that can complement him. If you don't have that,
the
compliment, we don't get him. We don't even draft him. We draft dancers.
But
who look good on the side.
The perfect compliment would be like a Jared Allen. That type would be a good compliment.
Absolutely.
He wants to stay around the basket, block shots, rebound, putbacks. He ain't out there trying to shoot threes.
Or the one guy that we just lost who played pretty damn well throughout the playoffs in Dallas.
Gafford.
Right. Gafford would have fit well.
I mean, we had Sanago, and I don't know what happened to him.
Sanago, he was, that guy's kind of wet behind the ears. You weren't gonna really expect him to come in and really do too much of anything.
You didn't need him to do anything but rebound and block shots. Literally, he could be Charles Oakley, and that would be fine. That's literally what they need.
Yeah, they need. To me, I liked him. He was a bigger, thicker type, but I needed someone with probably a little bit more athleticism, someone with a little bit more height, someone that can also sit up there and be not limited offensively.
Yeah.
You need someone, because the thing is this: if you already out there pretty much with Vooch, who did you have? Kobe White. Who the hell was playing the 2? Because I ain't even watched. I'm gonna be honest. I did not watch not one fucking Bulls game.
I mean, at the beginning of the season,
we had a variety of freaking.
You had either Kobe at the point. Sometimes you had Javon Carter at the point. Sometimes you had Io at the point.
Oh yeah, Io was that kind of your point.
They had a carousel at point.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, you never want to go into a game where you're looking at a mismatch where it's 4 against 5 or 3 against 5 because the guy had absolutely no offense. He's just there for defensive purposes, and then he's not that great of a defensive guy when it comes to switching off. You know what I'm saying? He's not a great shot blocker. He's a big, stocky guy, but he's not a great shot blocker. He's not healthy.
If that's the case, then
not even a good shot blocker.
Then if that's the case, you literally probably should have started Drummond at the 5, moved Vooch to the 4, and just picked up a reserve center.
Yeah, they did at one point.
They only did that for like 4 or 5 games, right? Yeah. Like it didn't last.
We had that one European center that we let go last year too.
Yeah, I know that's the guy that they drafted. Yeah,
he did very well when he played in the G League too, but we just never gave him a shot when he came.
Hey, look at your GM, AK, fucking up. AK, but then again, look at the owner. He's been known to fuck up. He's just a fuck up. I wish he would sell the team. I wish somebody can find some incriminating shit on him where he has to give up the team, because unfortunately he's doing Chicago no justice. I mean, we love our sports teams here, but get rid of these tight ass, cheap ass fucking owners. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna never work for him. So,
well, that's the thing. He would never hire the people that would go against him, because clearly he wants yes men and yes women on his staff, because you can't tell me, similar to what, by the way, I'm going to start watching clips tomorrow, but kind of like how you noticed people stood up to, what was the owner of the Clippers before Bauer?
Oh, the Doc Rivers movie?
You talking about
Sterling, Daniel Sterling, Donald Sterling.
Al Bundy.
Sterling.
Al Bundy's playing Daniel Sterling.
So once somebody finally stood up to him, they forced him to sell the team and whatnot. But right now, you have to stand up as a fan base to their ineptitude. We don't like the coach. We kind of like the players, but we know they're second and third tier. We damn sure don't like the bench. We damn sure don't like the draft capital, because remember, we went how many years without a first round pick? 3, if I'm not mistaken.
3, yep.
And now we're in a simple position of need. And they're talking about they were linked earlier to a point guard. Now they linked to another small forward.
I think it was 3 out of 4 years we didn't have one because we did draft Curry, I think.
And then the crazy part is that this draft happens to be one of the fucking weakest drafts.
It is.
In recent NBA history. So anyway,
catch lightning in a bottle, I guess. Huh?
Enough Bulls talk. We're gonna spend a little time on the Bulls. Let's get into the other basketball team, the Chicago Sky. WNBA ratings were up. Actually, the Chicago Sky Fever game was the highest rated game in the WNBA in 23 years.
It's awesome.
And they get a chance to run it back Sunday.
And that was their second game. This will be their third.
This will be their third. The first two games were in Indiana. I believe this
Indiana
will be in Chicago. Yeah. So thank God.
Wintrust will be rocking.
Oh yeah, it will be rocking. So tell me, did you guys get a chance to see that game?
I did watch that game actually.
And I'm gonna tell you, I saw what I needed to see before. And the game was closer. The game was a lot closer than
how it finished, for sure.
Yeah, but again, Foul, I'm gonna throw this lob to you. You can't say you're the Joker and then get mad when Batman wins.
I agree with that.
You can't.
I agree.
And it happened again. Like, although the foul wasn't as egregious, like, oh my God, she's trying to hurt her like people thought.
No, she went for the ball and caught the head.
It was not a basketball play. Kennedy Carter was also just
it was a flagrant one foul. That's what it was. It was a flagrant one foul. I mean, it would have been a flagrant one foul in the NBA too.
Well, back in my day,
it was not a flagrant one foul. Back in our day. That wasn't even a tech. That was a slight foul back in the day, man.
But the sheer fact that she got beat, she tried to recover, and I believe didn't Cardoza actually blocked the shot.
Cardoza did block.
No, it wasn't Cardoza.
Well,
it was the other girl. I think it was Harrison or somebody.
Because somebody else actually blocked the shot. And all I know is they both were going for it. But like she said, I know you guys are going to play this 20 times before tomorrow and all this stuff. You damn right they are. But at the same time, be the villain. Hey, look, that's y'all golden child. She went up. I tried to block her shot. I caught her. It is what it is.
Shit happens. Fuck.
Not wham. You guys are going to paint me as this, and that.
Yeah.
Embrace it. If you're going to do it 100%. Embrace it.
Like I love her game on the court. I love her game. I love Cardoza's game. I wish they can use Cardoza a little bit more. Like I would love for them to use Cardoza.
I'm not a fan of Reese's game though. I'll say it. I'll be that guy.
You're not a fan? No. I am a fan because I actually see a Joakim Noah style game in her. That's kind of like what I see. And Cardoza, I want to see more of a give that girl in the post down low and let her do her job like Dwight Howard or Shaq used to do.
Oh, you mean like how Brittany Griner just did Sunday?
Yeah, Brittany Griner. Yeah, like I mean that's I would love for them to
move out the way, give her the ball, let her dominate.
But when it comes down to it, you lost. It was a flagrant one foul. And I'm not saying this just on her. I'm saying this on everybody because we complain about it with the NBA too. Stop always blaming the fucking refs. You don't got to keep going. Oh, yeah, everybody gets decent calls. Everyone gets these calls. It's like sounding like LeBron James's little bitch ass. Hate to bring him up so early in the show, but
yeah. Reese.
Love the shoes, by the way. Those were badass shoes.
Yeah, Little Angel.
I can't say what I want to say, Foul, but I think you feel me. Like I expected a little more.
I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. Little Angel, I've been trying so hard to root for her, and I get it that she's trying to embrace this villain role, which is fine. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But sweetheart, you have to grow up.
Amen.
Every chance you get, and it's particularly when you play her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
of which now you're 1-3 against her.
And I am fine with hard fouls when you're playing against somebody.
First of all, the foul I have no problem with because it was actual basketball play. So I do agree with her on that. Anybody that says otherwise must be blind because she was actually trying to go for the ball. She missed it. She hit her in the head. It was a flagrant foul. They're gonna call it by the letter of the law. That was a flagrant foul. Okay, you hit her in the head. It's gonna be called a flagrant foul. Just like if someone was to do her the same way, it'd be a flagrant foul, even though it is trying to go for the ball. Flagrant foul, because if they thought that you were trying to do a
you would been gone.
you know the word I'm trying to get. I can't even get it out.
Yeah.
I can't get it out. If you were trying to do it that way, they would have gone ahead and kicked you out the game. So yes, I get it. Yes, they ran it 20 times. The thing about it is that you constantly keep trying to make this about you and her, and it's coming off mad fucking jealous.
Yeah.
Mad is like you're jealous that she's getting all the fucking headlines. You sound like the fucking girl the one girl, she gets all the headlines. She gets all the guys. She gets everything, and you don't get nothing. You get all the leftovers. Quit being that girl.
Embrace your villain role and just say, "Well, come back at
like you said, embrace the villain role. That's what you're gonna do. Embrace it. Quit whining and talking about someone gets a special whistle and all that. Quit. Thank you. I know the word. I just couldn't get it out. Malicious. Thank you. I couldn't just get out. Blah blah. Yes. I couldn't get malicious out. So just go ahead and play your fucking game. Keep her name out your fucking mouth. Every time you play, you got a fucking excuse. Go out there and play the fucking game of basketball. Nobody wants to hear you fucking whine about you fucking losing. Nobody wants to hear about what type of special treatment she's having. You know what you need to work on? You need to work on quit being a fucking 6'3", power forward or center that's shooting 35% and constantly keep getting their shit blocked underneath the paint. That's where I was going to
go with it.
There's no way that you're that tall and supposed to be that big and you're shooting 35% when you're either 5 feet or closer to the rim. There's no way that you're shooting
7 feet from the basket normally. She doesn't take a lot of outside jumpers.
No, she doesn't. But she has to. You can't be shooting 35% right there.
And that's where I want to go with it. Beyond the jealousy, embracing the victim role. I mean, where'd he go?
He's still on. I think his video just popped up. You're good.
So, embracing the villain role in one aspect, we all in agreement with that, right?
Yeah.
But how about she's just a better player than you are, and you need to step your game up?
As of right now, yes, step your game up.
Like that's what I'm
challenge.
You know, you're giving me 10, 11 points a game, 8 rebounds, shooting 34%. Not really, but you only get you. I think it's something like 0.4. I looked at it a couple of days ago. Like she's not even averaging 1 block a game. She actually gets more steals.
Caitlin Clark has more blocks than you do.
0.8 actually. So
yeah.
And my point, and that's my point. Your nemesis, and like I said, I believe it was last week when I said, if they gear this up to be the women's version of Bird versus Magic, I'm seeing the Bird. I damn sure don't see no Magic though. I don't see it.
I mean, yeah.
Because I'm looking at what Asia Wilson is doing, and I'm like, that should be the story. 28 and 12. Yeah. That should be the damn story.
Yeah.
And I get it. She's still young, and she has time to work on her game, and she's gonna have to work on her game, even for the Chicago Sky to be.
Time out.
You know what I'm saying?
He said work on her game.
Mm-hmm.
Working on her game is just gonna come with being in the league. She needs to work on her athleticism. She needs to work on her body. She's not as what she pulled at LSU, and now I'm seeing now, she's not that athletic.
You can't do that in the WNBA, though.
She's really just not that athletic. And I'm looking like she jumps this high. That's why she keeps getting us.
She's got a high motor.
I hear what you're saying, Jeanette. I don't know who, if she got a PR team, she need to fire them motherfuckers. Or if she's not listening to them, she needs to listen to somebody, because
got a bunch of yes men
part
too.
of her PR team is. They obviously, if she's not listening to them, then something's wrong. She needs to listen to somebody, because every game that she sits up there and she plays this girl, she's got something to say about her, and it's an excuse. This is what I talked about when she lost to her in that game in college. Nobody wants to hear the excuses. Nobody wants to hear the excuses. You come off as this diva that everything should go your way. You want all eyes and center of attention on me. Everything has to be about me. It's not about you.
Yeah, and if she wants to play that role where everything's about her, then she needs to embrace it to the point where, you know, if people start coming at you, you need to learn how to fucking speak. Don't like this.
But
this
the best way to
type,
speak, the best way
on
to
the court
is on the court, which she's just not doing.
No, she can stare people down all she wants, but when she's only shooting 30% from the field, I'm sorry, you got nothing to stare people down about.
Yeah, and when I watch, I'm like literally like she is barely jumping over a credit card laid flat.
Now I know that she had. Now I did find out that she does have a rod in one of her legs. It was an injury that she suffered when I believe her freshman year.
But she wasn't playing like that last year or the year before.
I know, but and like you said, her and Condoza, they're gonna have to work on their legs in all season, because when I was watching that game, Aaliyah Boston took Condoza to work because Condoza, she doesn't. I don't think that she's fully in shape just off of the injury. She's not in basketball and game shape. And two, Boston was just beating her with fundamentals.
But Boston knows her too from playing in college. So
yeah, she was beating her. Like Condoza's bigger, she's taller, but Boston was able to just sit up there. She out leveraged her.
Boston's like 6'4", 6'5", right?
Yeah, she's probably about like 6'4", 6'5", because those are like
6'7".
6'7". Yeah.
6'7", yeah.
So she out leveraged her. She out leveraged her every opportunity, and she's quicker than Condoza. Condoza's gonna have to learn how to shuffle her feet, get back faster. She was beating her down the court.
She got to get big too.
They're having a hard problem. Their guards are really putting them behind the 8 ball, because Reese and Condoza can be beasts. But the thing is about them, neither one of them are ball handlers. Mabry, she struggles as far as defensive wise. They still struggling at the point guard. Carter is good as far as Carter's probably their best scorer. She's their best scorer by far. But when it comes down to like Carter, she's all right on defense. I wish she was just as good on defense as she was on offense as far as with her quick first step. Mabry, she's just a 3-point specialist.
That's also right. That's also
yeah. They don't need to have the ball in her hand. She just needs to be like damn near on a Reggie Miller shit. Just run her ass off screens, throw the ball to her, catch and shoot.
Pump fake, one dribble pull up.
They need better point guard play. The minute they get some better guards, they'll probably be a lot better. Guard play is killing them, and their defense, they do not communicate defensively. They've been in games, they don't know how to win. They're struggling. They don't know how to win.
They struggle late in games for sure.
Yeah.
Of which their coach, who was a pretty good former point guard for the Liberty back in her day, my problem is they play way too fast, which is not their strength.
Especially when you add a Reese and a Cardoza, you can't play fast.
They need to slow the ball down, run an inside-out variation of that offense with some screens, like you said, Foul, to get Mabry open to catch and shoot, and then let Kennedy work off the isolation. Because what's happening is they're always coming back into games. And the way that they run, notice just how many times you watch, and it's like, man, they didn't miss like 9 straight shots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reese and Cardoza ain't touched the ball.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, slow the game down, and then even throw Cardoza.
Actually, what they really need to do, and I've seen it happen a couple good times, they need to do some high-low with Reese and Cardoza.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's been working.
2 men off each other.
Yeah, it's been working, but they don't go to the well. They don't go to the well often enough. So anyway, good luck to them. I will be watching Sunday.
Sunday is it now? It's on ABC though, right?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be high again, because I'm pretty sure they want to see some more shit. And I hope
it's an 11 o'clock game.
No, I think it's gonna be at. I
thought it was like afternoon. I thought it was like a 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
like a 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4. So
last time they played, it was at 11, and I'm like, what kind of crap is this?
Yeah. So it should be a pretty good game. I hope they liven up the crowd because I saw Caitlin Clark. She was over there. She was barking a little bit, telling the crowd to get into it. And
She
shit,
gets the crowds going.
Yeah, because they swear up and down she doesn't do anything. And trust me, I like Caitlin Clark, but they swear up and down like she doesn't do anything. Like she's not animated. Like, yes, she does talk shit.
She's a shit talker too. There's no question.
She does get the crowd into it. So
yeah.
So and this my thing, Angel. You gonna sit up there and be the Joker? Be the fucking Joker. Hell, I wouldn't even mind if you come into the fucking arena fucking Sunday with the goddamn Joker fucking makeup on.
Do it.
Come in that motherfucker. You want to sit up there, you want to embrace it, come in there, going in.
Let them know you mean business.
Smeared and shit, come in there. Do it. Fuck it. You want to embrace it, do it. And if you lose,
you gotta do that.
Lose. Don't come in there with no excuses, no nothing. Don't mention her name. You ain't gotta sit up in there and say she getting preferential treatment, all that shit. You ain't gotta say it.
Yeah,
you lost.
You make yourself look bad when you do stuff like that, man. Just show it in the court.
All right,
let's get a little bit of Bears before we wrap up.
All right, let's get a little Bears talk before we get up out of here.
Yeah, I mean, hey, OTAs, who the fuck cares, right? I mean, shit, I don't care. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get my little rant out right now. I'm sick and tired of seeing Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or whatnot posting videos of Caleb Williams making a beautiful pass, and then everyone gets wet panties and fucking a little boner and everything that pops up every time you see this shit. I was like, guys, it's OTAs. I don't give a shit. All right. You don't got to keep just sitting there going like, oh my God, he looks so great. It's OTAs. Mitch Trubisky was the MVP of OTAs. All right. I just want us to get pads on. I want to start going to training camp. I want to see some preseason football. I'm excited. Don't let me say that I'm not excited. I'm excited about seeing what Caleb Williams can do too. It's just like we say this on the show all the time. Just pump your brakes, guys. Stop giving this guy his Super Bowl ring already when he hasn't even thrown a pass in the NFL. Just chill. That was a little rant. I didn't rant that much, so we talk about LeBron James. I'll rant.
You want to go? Because I got a little bit extra to add to that rant. Unless you want to.
Nah, I don't really have no rant. I mean, to tell you the truth, there's really not too much that we can really talk about when it comes down to the Chicago Bears right now. I guess we all just in anticipation, waiting on, for the season to start, preseason to kick off. I just want everybody to hopefully stay healthy throughout the preseason and come into the regular season healthy. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen as far as what additions that they're going to bring in, and that's why I really wanted to talk to you guys about, like, who could you see them getting? Of course, we know that there's probably going to be some guys that's going to be released during camp. When it kicks off all around the NFL, some guys going to be cut due to salary cap reasons. Other guys going to be cut due to roster reasons and whatnot.
Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, so there's going to be guys cut due.
You're about to be on some bull.
Salary cap reasons, roster reasons. So we know the edge is a position that we know that everyone keeps talking about, that's a weakness of ours. And I wanted to see, is there anybody in particular that you guys would like for the Bears to get? Is there anyone in particular that you possibly heard about that may around the NFL that could possibly come in and help the Bears that people are talking about that could possibly be a roster cut from one of these other teams?
Go ahead, JB. It's on you.
How cool. And this kid, he only had 6.5 last year. The year before, he had 11. How cool would it be to have Sweat and Sweat? I'm talking about Josh Sweat.
The Sweat and Sweat Brigade.
Yeah. Sweat is because I heard some rumblings that there was mutual interest. Now, again, why would Philly part ways? But sometimes, you dangle enough in front of somebody and you can make deals happen, right? But if that's the kind of mood that Poles is going to, the Sweat Factory, I love that. I would go for that. I would sign up for it for two reasons. For one, the first reason I would sign up for it is because the kid is proven, right? And Foul, like you always say, you don't want nobody old. He's only 26. So your contract with him is going to be worth the money and worth the length of the contract, right? Because, and the other thing that I personally feel, if we're talking about doing this right and doing it right now, don't you kind of want to afford Caleb Williams with every possible advantage, including defensively?
Yeah.
Because what it's going to boil down to is still his win-loss record, because we've seen quarterbacks that are totally terrible with the Bears and have a winning record. Like Mike Tomczak was terrible, but at one point in time, he was like 6-2 or some crazy stuff. Like, they get these winning records based upon what the defense was doing. But this is a new time and space where he actually can give us something offensively. Now, I'm not the one to put the pressure on the kid. But if we get one of those, and it happens, if you notice, every, I'll say 7 to 10 years, the Bears get one of them defenses. Have y'all noticed that?
They now. I'll give you that. And we're
from Jerron with Urlacher and Washington and Traylor and them. Then to that, Tommy Harris and them guys with Lovey and all them. Then just a couple years ago with Mack and them. Like every about 5 to 7 years, they get one of them defenses that is just like, okay, we got to win now. They just don't never have the offensive side correct. Now I think that we're at least trending in the proper direction to get the offense correct. I won't say it's totally corrected, but at least the pieces are there.
Yeah.
But I feel this defense is ready to go right now, y'all.
I
really do.
I still would like another pass rusher, but other than that.
Well, that's why I said, Foul asked, who am I looking for? I like the Josh Sweat deal. The other one would have been, I believe, Jonathan Allen, but I don't think the Redskins are going to let him go because they about to make some noise. So go figure.
I mean, other than, and I know we never want to say his name, but Yannick is still available on there as well. I mean, if it's a 1-year rental type deal, I mean, he only played one game, I think, with Sweat opposite side of him, and he did get a sack. He just needs a star talent on the other side to do anything.
Let me ask you this.
You also got that guy from the Dolphins too, who was available too. What was it, like Emmanuel or something?
Oh, Campbell, right. Campbell.
No, not Campbell. Emmanuel, like Uguba, or it's some crazy last name.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He had like 6 or 7 sacks last year.
Okay. Let's say, and those guys are young, so I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
If we get one of them, we just gonna pray that, because I don't need another Al-Qadim Muhammad.
Yeah, nobody wants another that.
But let me ask both of you this, and this is personal for me. Would you rather bring Yannick back, or would you rather wait to see if Matt gets cut and make the deal, or would you rather call J.J. Watt and be like, "Hey, man"?
Oh, I would fucking love for them to call J.J. Watt. Like, I mean, that's just
he gonna be cheap and he gonna help galvanize that locker room.
And he loves
and
that.
The only reason, and Foul, I'm not asking him to come be the savior. I'm asking him to come and kind of bridge the gap to that next great guy, which would be the kid that we drafted, right? I don't think the kid that we drafted is ready to go right now.
No, he's a project.
Because we've seen that with Dominic Robinson. We've seen that with Travis Gibson until they got tape on him, which I think we did give up a little too early on Travis. But we tend to do that with our secondary pass rusher. Y'all notice that? Like, we'll get a dominant force at end, and then the secondary guy is like a revolving door.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think J.J. Watt will come out of retirement to play for the Chicago Bears. I think it's too
tough. He said he wanted to play for the Bears, though. He did say that. He was always a Bears fan.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I don't think
he could be bored.
I don't think he'd do it now.
He damn sure ain't going back to the Texans. They got 2 bookends.
Yeah.
He loves Portillo's. We offer him free Portillo's.
And then too, I wouldn't do it, as much as great of a player as J.J. Watt is. J.J. Watt is he's old, and he at the end of his career he was often hurt, so don't want to go down that road again.
He had a year off. He had a,
when it comes to what's his name? when it comes to Yannick, I mean, you can always kick the tires on him. One thing you know, it won't cost your ass another $10 million.
It's definitely
he's going to be like a $3 million type guy.
He did not perform nowhere up to that money.
Yeah, so you won't have to worry about it costing you that much.
The only thing I'm worried about bringing Yannick back, though, is he a problem in the locker room? I don't want him around that young kid.
I never heard of him being a problem in the.
I know. I don't see the work ethic with him. That's for sure.
I mean,
problem as in like he's stirring up stuff, or problem.
Yeah, I don't see stirring up stuff. I just see more of like a worth ethic. I don't want my young guy learning from him. Go opposite side with.
I mean, did he have a work ethic problem?
That's different.
I just saw it on the field. I didn't see no freaking work.
I mean,
ethic.
The thing was this. I don't think it was a work ethic problem. I think he was what he was. I mean,
that's what I was saying. I think he just was that guy.
The scouting report on him was that he's not a guy that's going to play the run. That's what he wasn't. Mm-hmm. He was a guy that he was more of a pass rusher, and when he doesn't have another legitimate guy that actually is a pass rusher, he's not that guy. So now he did have a legitimate pass rusher alongside of it. You saw that he got a little better. It's just that the only problem was that he ended up getting hurt. So I would roll the tires on him, bring him back.
He is still listed as the best pass rusher available right now, which is crazy.
Wait, time out. Did I miss something? Did is it the Jaguars? Josh Allen? Did he get signed?
Yeah, he got picked up by somebody.
I'm pretty sure he did get picked up. He got picked up pretty quickly.
Yeah, and he signed for a bag too. If I'm not
he got a big payday.
Because I would have. See, we missed that, and I know y'all not a fan with Hunter, because of the money. Josh Allen was a good one. Hell, okay. Chase Young, like injury we concerned about, but like we got to get somebody in there. What's my man that used to play for the Packers?
He signed with the Jags, $150 million.
Oh, he stayed with the Jags. Okay, I see. Thank you. Went to Cleveland, y'all. Zadarius Smith.
Yeah.
Is he available? I thought he just went to Cleveland at the end of a trade for the end of the year.
The Smith brothers are signed up too. I mean, there's nobody out there right now.
He re-signed with Cleveland.
I don't know who he signed with.
Zadarius Smith.
I don't know
because remember he used to give us problems. Zadarius Smith.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's nobody really out there to really sign. Except for maybe Yannick right now, and like he said, like Frank said, the guy that's over there in Miami.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're waiting to see which one of these veteran guys.
And Miami's more of a run stuffer, though, not really.
Yeah.
But then I mean, but if that's the case,
see it cut.
Okay, but if that's the case, you kicking the tires on people like who we already had already, Leonard Floyd. You talking about Danico Autry and stuff like it's.
I mean, I think a guy like Shaq Lawson is maybe still out there.
I like Shaq Lawson, Brandon Ingram type, Carl Lawson type. Like I like those guys. They're a little older. Remember Carl? They're a little older. Yeah. They're a little older.
I mean, but you do got those type of guys out there. But like I said, there's not a guy that's gonna make like an instant impact guy right there, right now. And then in the NFL, you can't expect to have, like Pro Bowl caliber guys at every single position. So right now, all you need is someone that can be competent at that position. You don't need someone that's going to blow the fucking doors down. You just need someone that's going to be competent right now, because as of right now, you got Walker, who I think actually, when we signed him, I thought he was going to be more so at that 3 technique, because hell, when he was over there at Tennessee, he got a lot of his sacks, which was like 7 at that DT position.
And just a couple of more. He got 2 sacks, I thought, at DN and more pressures, but his main sacks came at that 3 tech.
Yeah.
But he, maybe it's the system, I don't know, or something. He's not. He's a tier 2, tier 3. He's not somebody that I want starting alongside of Sweat, knowing that, okay, you're double teaming him and still he's not getting here.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
I mean, well, right now he's the Chicago Bears starting of the defensive end. So, I mean, we're gonna see. Outside of that, as far as division, whew, I mean, this.
can we wait before you slide on that though? Do you feel comfortable enough? I'm asking you all. Putting the Rook in.
No.
And the only reason I ask this is this. You failed with Travis. You failed with Dominic. And there's somebody else I'm forgetting too. We don't get the DN positions right. Sweat was already viable. No coaching. We didn't have to coach him up. We didn't have to teach him nothing. He was a dog. We got a dog. But when I look back and I say, damn, the Bears used to have Dan Hampton, Richard Dent, Steve McMichael, Refrigerator Perry, all Pro Bowls. Then you look back and you say, damn, the Bears used to have Julius Peppers, Phillip Daniels, and Traylor. Like, we've had those dominant pairings before, right? Why wouldn't we go and get one now? Because we do still have some salary cap, right? And I would rather have two dominant edges because right now our interior, our tackles are still young. They're still pups.
And we still got good secondaries too. If it comes down to Kyler,
the thing
Billings gonna rotate.
like,
Pickens gonna rotate. I expect Dexter to start.
You're not gonna have enough salary cap to do that because
I said depending on who you're looking for. Now, Josh Allen and them got them exorbitant contracts. They're off the table. But what about that third tier of people that are still good?
It ain't gonna be worth it. Because you're gonna have to trade for them, and what are you willing to trade?
Yeah, I mean that's what.
Well, no, I was talking about cap casualty wise.
I mean,
you're
that's the thing.
You're talking about a cut and then
you're talking about a cut, but it all depends on who's available and who's gonna be the ones that's getting cut.
Yeah,
we don't know who it is that's gonna get cut.
We won't know for some weeks.
Yeah, we won't know.
Just the speculation, you hear the rumors, but again, in my opinion, I would rather wait to see who gets cut instead of going and offering Yannick something, knowing that he just okay.
But that's the thing. Can you afford to wait? Because the thing is that if it doesn't happen,
I think you can wait because remember Philly
you might be able to wait.
End up having Reggie White and Clyde Simmons.
When do they have to cut? When do they have to make their final cuts for salary cuts?
No, that's something. Hold on, something changed this year with the rosters and the cuts. I know we got because we're in a Hall of Fame game, we got like an extra whatever. But something happened because it's only 3 weeks now. Remember, it's only 3 weeks of preseason now, so you got to cut a little bit more than you normally did in the 4 weeks. So it's a possibility that somebody that we thought they might get cut a little earlier. It is a possibility.
I don't know. I mean,
because ain't nobody knocking the door on Yannick, so he's gonna be there.
Otherwise, he would have been gone by now.
He'd have been gone. He's gonna be there. He's not even in anybody's camp.
This is the thing. I'm not saying that you go sign him right now. I'm just saying that you can wait a little bit, but you don't want to wait too long. Because as camp goes, so does injuries. As the injuries come, so those guys like him that's sitting at the crib, sitting up there waiting, all of a sudden, some DN goes down, his phone is ringing. Somebody like, yeah, we need you to go on here, come into town. Come on.
True, but
let me ask you this actually, because since we're talking about edge rushers, and I know we're all on board, we don't want to trade away good picks for somebody, but from what I'm hearing, that dude on the Patriots, what's his name, the edge rusher who's holding out in camp right now because he does not want to take a pay cut, and he was actually a very productive edge rusher last year for them.
You got. I'm not familiar. You got.
I know who you're talking about.
I think his name's like starts with a J. I can't really remember what it is. It starts with a J. But I mean, there's words that people are saying. There's like, hey, we're gonna get rid of him. Who wants him? I'd give up a 5th round draft pick for him.
It's gonna probably cost you more than a 5th.
And then that's the thing, though. But if it comes down to the point where if nobody takes a draft pick, somebody might give him more than that. There's no question because he's young.
But then it's gonna
he's
come
young as well.
A contract too.
Yeah. And he is going to want a contract. And
he's going to want a contract.
You'd have to ask what he wants, but
I think his name is Judon or something like that. Judon or something like that.
Oh, Matthew Judon.
Yep, Matthew Judon.
Oh no, he's a dog.
Yeah, and he's they're talking. The Patriots are probably, if nobody makes a trade for him, they might cut him because they don't have the money to re-sign him, and he says he's not going to play if he doesn't get a contract because he's on his last year of his contract, so he's holding out. I mean, I wouldn't be a guy. I'd want to know what he wants. I'd be picking up that phone and asking, hey, what do you want if I'm going to trade a 3rd round, 4th round draft pick for you?
Oh, he's going to want some money. Ain't going to be no little.
Yeah, because this is, I think, this is right after his contract.
Patriots,
so this is his first contract. You might have to overpay.
I got a little pause for that.
You might have to overpay for him.
Yeah.
If he's holding out from the Patriots for something, and they just literally just got Gerard Mayo as their new coach and all that kind of stuff. Now I gotta wonder:
is he a casualty for type?
No, I gotta wonder: is it something else?
Yeah, could be.
You just got a new quarterback in Drake May. You just got there's a lot of new pieces. So for you to be like a mainstay, why would you want to leave?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
I want to go back to what you were saying, Fal. Is it better to have DeMarcus Walker mentor Austin Booker, or is it better to bring in Yannick? Because now I feel like you're just saying he's the best of the worst.
You're still gonna have Sweat there, who can mentor him. Like, I mean, that's a key.
But but at the same time, like they'll tell you, playing right in is a little bit different than playing.
Yeah, I agree. Yep, I agree with that.
But we know Walker is on the team, like he legit is on the squad. Whereas Yannick is not currently. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, as I said, we're gonna keep pressing on about this, but we got a couple more weeks until camp starts. So I mean, we might as well go ahead and get to shout outs because this is like the
dog days, man. Some sad
it's dog days. So this is like beating the dead horse. So we can go ahead and get into some shout outs.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Frank.
I'll start it off. Hey, dog days, sad. Chicago sports suck, but I mean, I'm not saying I hate Chicago sports people. I'm just saying we all suck right now. It's embarrassing. The Cubs and the White Sox both dead last. White Sox about to break the record of the worst team in baseball history, for God's sake. Hey, what a shock.
What is that record, by the way?
What a shock. Jerry Reinsdorf owns them.
What is that record, by the way?
I have not even – I don't even know if I haven't watched a game since the first, few games of the season.
Ace.
It's embarrassing that it is. Crazy.
Yes, what up? I went to one Sox game, and they won.
Well, then you better start. They should be paying you free to go to every game then.
And that's the one that they stopped the streak on when they played Boston.
We went. They beat Tampa Bay.
I went when they beat Boston.
Wow.
Sox on Sox.
Yeah. But other than that, Bulls, I mean, just please, for the love of God, don't draft another freaking small. I swear to God, if you draft a guard or small forward, I'm going to flip my shit.
Please don't.
I'm telling you, Ronald Holland, he's 18.
I swear to God, I'm going to lose
League at night. I just saw it the other day.
I read about that too, and he's actually their number one choice as of right now. Just what we need, another small forward. Yeah, we only have 13 of them. We might as well have a roster of small forwards. Maybe it'll.
That's what they're going to draft the last 2 years.
That is what they drafted the last.
Hey, wait, 2,
3. Patrick
Williams is a small forward.
Yeah. May not be playing small, but he is a small forward. Other than that, Blackhawks, we got nothing going on. 19 wins is actually more than I thought that they had, so that's not that bad actually. Other than that, man, I got nothing much. I'm gonna give a shout out to the family. They're all in Wisconsin, or they're in Lake Geneva right now at a water park while I'm sitting at home taking care of my old dogs. Yeah, we got the shit end of that stick. But other than that, Yeah, nothing else, man. Shout out to you guys always, even the dog days, man. It's still entertaining as hell to come up on here.
What, JB?
So I will say this: dog days and getting off early. I don't know what to do with myself because I always love talking with my brothers on the show. But shout out to you guys again. When there's nothing going on for us still to get on and make some news, you know, because there was a lot of local stuff. We could have talked about the finals. Everybody talking about that. That's not it. We could have talked about Javonte Davis, the tank beating Frank. We didn't. It wasn't, you know. So thank you all for you know, coming on, talking to you two. And then thank you for all the guests. I'm going to go through it. It's going to be real short because
Chat was a little quiet today, man. Dog days, but it was a little quiet today.
Shout out to our producer, Cricket Kamish. Shout out to Jeanette Johnson. And shout out to my mom and Ace. Like that literally. Oh, Jeanette says, wish my baby happy birthday. She's 20. Happy birthday, Jeanette's daughter, Baby Johnson.
Happy birthday.
Hey, look, even mom said, hey, look, even mom said, don't go off so early.
Man.
Once we get closer to training camp, we
won't be getting
it early.
Well, something else, we need to get some guests. We haven't had a guest in a couple of weeks. So
I think we're kind of saving our guests for when it actually does get closer to football season.
Yeah, but that's not a good strategy.
We should just be bringing in our fan appreciation type guests.
But we need a guest to kind of galvanize the dog days too, and we can have more talk about that person's career or what have you. Like we did with Kelsey. Shout out to her again. Shout out to SB. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to T. Nick, who's at the Moors Juneteenth event.
Nice.
Moors Raise Your Standards. I was hoping T. Nick would come on live and show us some video of what's going on there. Maybe catch a celebrity. Hey, look, it's Kanye. Bam. Hey, look, it's Antoine, whatever. But that didn't happen. So I guess it's time to go play PlayStation.
Always good news for me.
Good idea, actually.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Hugh, In the Zone, Moore's Beer, that's having a Juneteenth event that T. Nick so happens to take his ass to. I ain't tell us shit about it, but hey, fuck I know. Shout out to Signature, shout out to Vision.
But you got to have vision.
And if your ass ain't got it, I don't know what to tell you.
And you should run the Bulls organization.
Right. For real, because we know Jerry Reinsdorf damn sure don't got it. And anybody
well, we know there's vision of getting rid of Velvet Jones.
Shit. Nah.
Hi, I'm Velvet Jones.
I still don't think he's getting cut.
The kids they got from the Chargers, and they brought back Dante Pettis.
Yeah, I don't think Pettis is making the team.
Nah.
I don't think Pettis is making the team. But I think adding that extra tight end might have pushed away because I think they brought him in just for that veteran presence.
Bet you a 4-pack of Moors, Velvet does not make the team.
Well, that ain't fucking fair. I can't even send you Moors. There's nothing out here.
You just going to have to come out here.
I also want to give a shout out to you, Frank, JB, T. Nick, guy behind the scenes, the producer, Crooked Commish. Somebody's ringing my fucking bell. There ain't nobody but my son. I don't know what the fuck he ringing the bell for. Jesus Christ. Somebody let the boy in. Shit.
You said somebody let the boy in.
Yeah, lost his fucking keys. He didn't leave his ass out this shit.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
I'm crawling in through the window behind you right now.
Shout out to the kiddies. Their ass is out for the summer. Mercy, I got to deal with that shit. Shout out to our boy Grover. He's back. Will somebody let his ass in? Damn!
Oh, shout out to the Acolyte.
Mom, meatloaf.
Fuck!
I never know what she's doing back there. I never know.
This is how you know this shit is live. You know, you always got the unexpected shit going on. Oh God, and it ain't even him. Somebody ringing on there and up there. Anyway,
Jehovah's Witness, get ready.
You waiting for the coming of Jehovah?
Like you working a little late, ain't you? Late?
Wait, hold on. Was I the only person with a Jehovah's Witness came? That's the only time you ain't comfortable with them used to be like this.
Is anybody home?
All I think of is ice. All I think of is Ice Cube and Friday. Are you prepared for Jehovah's return? Because if you not, just slams the door.
Hey.
Well, fuck you.
Hey Frank, you don't understand. They used to buzz the door for real.
I never get them out here. So.
Oh my God, man! You sit up there, you be whispering like, "Oh, it's Jehovah's Witness." Act like we ain't here, we ain't up. Anyway, like I said, shout out to T Nick and everybody else. Boy Grogu, catch him on the Disney app. Catch Arcalite tonight, and you can catch him on what's it called, The Mandalorian season 3. Season 4 will be coming out soon. Outside of that, shit.
If you didn't watch the show tonight in the background, you are officially
there were a lot of lurkers today.
Lurkers,
we had some good views.
L for love. Good times.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it for JB. If there's no one watching the show, we got one fan watching it, and that's JB's mom, Miss Sandra. Always watching. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like we said, light show tonight, dog days. Hopefully these fucking Chicago teams get better. Oh, happy Father's Day to you, brothers, and happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Hey, it's a dirty job. It's a thankless job. But nonetheless, we do it.
Some of us actually do it.
Yeah. So shout out to you guys, okay? And for Frank the Tank, Foul Mouth C, JB, and our producer in the back, Crooked Commish, we out.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.